right? That's it. Here you go, and then they send that. So that's why this is a problem because it has insufficient information about customers. So maybe they need more. Maybe they need banking information. Maybe they need some kind of job reference. Maybe they need a little bit more information than just the name and the address. So this information is causing this problem in this office. Um, I think it was in Seattle, Washington, right? Remember, this is all make believe. We're making believe. Um, so what it's saying is that processing the orders and information being received by the customers. So now that's our problem. Now we have the solution or the recommendation, right? Or the suggestion. The solution is issue all sales reps with BlackBerry devices. God, this is an old textbook. This- this makes me so upset. BlackBerry devices and instruct reps to send daily reports to the sales department, right? So those are instruments. Okay. So then basically you're using your BlackBerry device, right? Just to send the data reports, meaning um, if I went to if I work, let's say if I work selling, so maybe they sell cell phones, right? So the sales office, the management office wants to get a data report. How many cell phones did you sell today, right? So they want to. They're selling them this device. Forget about BlackBerry for a second. It could be any device. Nowadays we can use anything. Our phone is a business tool, right? So any kind of device to send the data reports through. So that's what they're saying. Everyone is gonna get a phone so they can send the reports to the office, and then they can sort of like try and meet halfway, so that they can process the report. They process the orders, right? With because it'll be faster this way. I remember when I used to do that, and so we used faxes. Does anyone know what a fax machine is? Fax. Do we remember faxes? Yeah, back in the day, let me tell you, back in the day, a fax, because it was hard print, was like the Bible. You know, if you didn't get the fax, it didn't exist. It doesn't matter. You say, but I sent it. I sent you the fax, right? Or I received the fax, right? I remember, and this was only maybe like 20 years ago, just going back about not even, still maybe even less than that. Be somewhere between 15 to 20 years ago, the fax machine was the was almost like the word of God in business, right? It was all fax because people still didn't trust the internet. They didn't trust reports coming in. Yeah, no, I don't want to see. Give me the hard copy. I need to have a fax in my hand. I see the numbers, then I'll say yes or no. So back in those days, it was so much more hard copy and print. So, but now it's obviously the complete opposite, right? So those data reports, they're asking them to send them through this device, any kind of device, to the sales department, and so that's a way to fix this, or a solution to this problem with the sales representatives sending out the information, and the sales office doesn't get it in time, right? So that's what that is. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we have one more, and I'll talk about that too. And it's 3:25. We'll take one more break, and then we'll come back again. Customer service department. Customer service. We actually have a whole unit just on customer service. So we'll be talking a lot about customer service in the future. But here's our problem in this case study, right? The problem is that the department needs a new procedure or a new process, right, for dealing with product complaints. So they they're getting a lot of complaints, but they need a better way to go through the paperwork and process the paperwork, so they can see what the complaints are, which product is having the most complaints and why and where and all that. So that's the idea. So the solution or the recommendation is any complaints about a product which has health and safety implications should be forwarded immediately. I'm reading right here. Immediately to the following departments: marketing, research, development, and public relations. Okay, so the customer services, what they're doing then is that they're sending the complaint instead of customer service. They can only give you a certain amount of information. They're trying to streamline the complaints of the products, right, to the departments that know how to deal with the product. So that's one way that she's saying it'll be better for the customer service department in processing or in dealing with all these complaints from people that are calling in, saying, my, I don't know, my TV doesn't work, whatever it is. Why doesn't it work? Well, let me put you in through our we I guess our development, or maybe it's funny they don't have IT here, but there should be an IT there too, or marketing or research, right? But basically the idea is to streamline the complaints to the correct department through customer service. That's the solution to that. Um, so does it work like this 100% of the time perfectly? Hmm, I don't know. It's difficult. Maybe nowadays it is. You can probably do it, but yes, I think it's so much easier, I guess, to work now in business than the way it used to be. It's just faster. It's just everything is much faster than it was back when I was there. So, but it's pretty cool. Any questions about these? I just want to make sure that we went through these, and I hope that this was a little bit beneficial. Here, there's not necessarily so much language or grammar that you have to worry about. Um, but just understanding the terminology about problems and solutions or recommendations and how they work within a company, right? And if my talk, at least my talking, will get you involved a little bit with this, with the terminology, right? With the jargon. Okay, so we're good with that. Any words here? Anything you've never seen before? I guess are we pretty? We're good with it. Okay, sounds good. Unless you do have a little question. All right. So then this would be so. Any questions about the unit? Because we did this unit in a day, which is really good. So we definitely are following the the curriculum. So I want to be sure one unit in about a day. So maybe we can start the next unit right away. We'll get into it. And I do want to see. I think Mohammed, right? You said that you saw the movie Wall Street. Is that right? Is he? Let's see if he's there. Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop the share here. When if your boss called you into his office or her office, and she would say, "Okay, I need what can you report to me? What happened this morning? What are you doing now? And what are you going to do at 5 o'clock before you leave?" And that's a daily report for business. This is the way you work, and that hasn't changed. Whether you do this now electronically or you do it on the phone, these kinds of communications are always ongoing. Is what I'm trying to say, and that never changes. So